If you practice gratitude on a regular basis, then you know that things will always be okay. No matter how bad something is, there is this light at the end of the tunnel. You appreciate the good times, you learn from the bad times, and you stay humble. It's a magical thing. If you don't practice gratitude on a regular basis, you may find that things always seem bad. Nothing ever seems to go right. Nothing goes according to plan. And there's a solution: gratitude. In this episode, I'm sharing 6 ways gratitude leads to a richer life and how you can start practicing gratitude ASAP. Welcome to the City Girl Savings Podcast. I'm Raya Reeves, founder and finance coach of City Girl Savings. I turned my life around with budgeting many years ago, and now I'm on a mission to help others do the same. I fully believe that you can enjoy your life on a budget, and this weekly show will focus on the intersection of money and the city girl lifestyle. Join me every week along with some special guests as I share my experiences, advice, and guidance on navigating life and money as an experience-loving millennial. So first, let's actually break down gratitude and make sure we're all on the same page about what it means. So gratitude is the quality of being thankful, or the readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness. So it is a practice of taking a step back and being thankful for everything that is going right. And guess what? There's always something to be thankful for. Being alive, having your health, being in a position to listen to a podcast, working and bringing home an income. Even in the darkest times, you can always find something to be grateful for. So here are 6 ways gratitude leads to a richer life. First, gratitude allows you to see the good in your life. When you practice gratitude on a regular basis, it really forces you to think about the things that you're grateful for, to think about what you're happy about. When you have something to be grateful for, no matter how big or small, you're able to see the good in your life. You're able to see the good in things. You're able to recognize that there is some good happening to or for you. And seeing the good in your life really helps you focus on the positive. And over time, the focus on the positive will significantly take over any focus on the negative. So while gratitude really puts into perspective the good things, it eventually makes the not so good things less important, less visible. And as you can imagine, that definitely makes for a richer life. Next way, gratitude makes you a humbler or a more humble individual. So, woe is me, why me, poor me. This is not something that humble people say or feel. Humble people aren't afraid to learn from their mistakes. They are not afraid of bad things happening because they can practice gratitude. They don't take their current situation for granted, and they appreciate all that they have and how far they've come. Humble people are not afraid to fail or to experience bad things. And when you practice gratitude on a regular basis, it just naturally helps you become a more humble individual. And I feel like humble people lead very fulfilling lives. It's not just because of their gratitude, but it's because they cherish the things that are going well. They're very appreciative of what they have and how things have gone, even if they haven't always gone well. So when you practice gratitude on a regular basis, you become a more humble individual, and more humble individuals lead more fulfilling lives. Okay, next way gratitude makes for a richer life. Gratitude opens the door for better things to come your way. So have you ever noticed that when you focus on the positive, so when you focus on a lot of positive things happening, more positive things seem to happen? It's like exponentially increases the positivity and the positive things that are happening. And on the flip side, when you focus on the negative, more negative things seem to happen. It's almost as if what you focus on becomes your reality. And there's a lot of science, a lot of studies that really validate this. And I believe it. The mind is a powerful tool. And if you don't believe me, total sidebar, definitely listen to episode 4, why mindset is critical and how to start changing it. I will link to it in the show notes, but that episode really talks about how powerful your mindset is. But anyways, if you're constantly focusing on the good, more good happens. And if you're constantly focused on the negative, more negative happens. But when you practice gratitude, you are essentially forcing yourself to look at the positive, right? Like you're forcing yourself to list things that you're grateful for, to think about things you're grateful for. And when you're grateful for something, you're positive. That's a positive emotion. So when you start looking at the positives on a daily basis, because you are practicing gratitude, you naturally become a more positive individual. And guess what happens next? More positive things will happen to you. So practicing gratitude really opens the door for good things to come your way because it naturally just shifts your perspective to a positive one. So the more you practice gratitude, the more you start thinking positive. And the more you start thinking positive, the more positive things happen to you. So if you practice gratitude, you really open that door for bigger and better and more exciting things to come your way.
Got a money question you want me to answer on the podcast? I'm starting a new segment on the show called City Girl Solutions, where I answer any questions you have for me. Money, business, life, you name it. Submit your questions at citygirlsavings.com/QA and get your question answered by me in a future episode. And did you know that we have so many free money resources on our blog, Instagram, and TikTok channels? Find us across the internet at City Girl Savings.
All right, next. Gratitude keeps you focused on your goals. So let's say you have a goal of leading a healthier lifestyle. As you complete your daily gratitude practice, you may be grateful for choosing a salad over a burger. You may be grateful for getting outside for a walk. You may be grateful for skipping the dessert the night before. And all of these things that you are grateful for are helping you keep the focus on your goal of leading a healthier lifestyle. So does that make sense, right? So gratitude keeps you focused on your goals because as you work towards your goals and even if you make small steps towards your goals and you recognize them and you are grateful for them, you are keeping your goals front and center. And as you move in the direction of achieving your goals, you will notice that there are things to be grateful for in relation to moving in that direction. And this is what helps you to really keep your goals top of mind, keep your goals like right there, like you know what you're working towards. And it allows you to recognize the progress that you're making towards them. Whether that progress is big or small, it's irrelevant, right? Just the fact that you're making progress, the fact that you recognize it, and the fact that you're grateful for it is what really keeps your eyes on the prize. Okay, next way gratitude makes for a richer life. Gratitude makes you a happier person. And I feel like this is probably to be expected just based off what we've talked about already. But when you start practicing gratitude on a regular basis, you just start becoming happier overall. And that's not to say you won't have bad days. We all do, right? But when you practice gratitude regularly, you'll know the bad days won't last. You'll also know that there's something that can be learned through bad days and hard times. And learning those lessons is something to be grateful for in and of itself. So it's not about practicing gratitude to become happier, but it's about knowing that because you practice gratitude, there's always something to be happy about. There's always something to be grateful for, even if you're not having a good day. Okay, and final way gratitude makes for a richer life. Gratitude promotes self-love. Because gratitude requires you to think about the things that you're grateful for, it just naturally challenges you to think about the things you love about yourself. And these don't just have to be physical things either, right? Like, for example, I recently listed one of the things I'm grateful for about myself is the fact that I do what I say I'm going to do. I consider myself a person of integrity and I pride myself on being true to my word, and I keep my word to myself. So when I am doing gratitude journaling and listing the things that I'm grateful for, I will be grateful that I am the kind of person who does what they say they're going to do. I am grateful to be a person who keeps their promises to themselves and to other people. So that's what I mean. Like, it really promotes self-love, and it doesn't just have to be in the physical form, right? And as you start to show gratitude towards your qualities, physical or not, you just start loving on yourself a little more. Gratitude is such a self-love promoter. And if you aren't great about loving yourself, start thinking of things that you're grateful for, whether it's about your looks, your personality, your actions. There's always something to find about yourself that you can be grateful for. And when you really put the focus on those things that you are grateful for about yourself, you start to love yourself a little bit more. And that just leads to so many other benefits. So I just shared some of the most impactful ways that gratitude makes for a richer life, but I don't want you to practice gratitude just so good things can happen, just so you can have a richer life. Like, I don't want the driving factor behind practicing gratitude to be one of like, well, what can I get out of this, right? Like, I just want you to know that good things will absolutely happen to you because of you practicing gratitude regularly, but also living that life, right? Like, not just practicing gratitude so good can happen, but practicing gratitude and realizing and seeing and appreciating the good that happens. So it's really a shift in the way you think it, especially if you've never practiced gratitude before. So just had to throw that out there. But if you are ready to start practicing gratitude, there is no doubt in my mind that you can't see the benefits. And if you don't know where to start, here's what you can do. Like, if you're not sure how to go about practicing gratitude and like you heard everything I've said today and you're like, okay, Raya, I want to give this a shot. Let's keep it simple. I want you to start by writing down 5 things you're grateful for every day. So, and when I say writing down, like, yeah, you can get a notebook out and physically write, but you can put it in the notes app in your phone. You can type it. Like, we don't have to be so specific, like whatever works for you, as long as you list 5 things you are grateful for every day. And please don't feel like you always have to think about something new to be grateful for. This list every day, they can be the same things. They can be new things. They can be small things, big things. There is no requirement to your list. The only requirement is that you actually do create the list. So every day, think about 5 things you're grateful for. And if you find that it's hard to come up with 5 things, okay, I really want you to make sure you become consistent with this, because that shows us both that you have a mindset shift that you have to work through. And as you become more consistent with practicing gratitude, you will notice that your natural state of thinking will be to show appreciation for things that happen to you, for you, around you, for those you care about, right? So gratitude doesn't always have to be about you, but you can be grateful for wins happening to your partner or your best friend. So the more you do it, the easier it will be, but we have to be consistent with it. So to get started, I challenge you for the next 30 days, every day, write down 5 things you're grateful for, and no pressure. It doesn't have to, again, be anything crazy. It doesn't have to be new every day. Just 5 things you're grateful for. I want you to build that consistent habit. So I am grateful for the ability to spread some positive and hopefully encouraging information into your ear today. So see, I'm practicing gratitude myself. I want you to keep the train going wherever you are listening to this episode. Like, literally stop what you're doing besides listening to this and say out loud 1 thing you're grateful for, like right now. If it's grateful, I'm grateful that I heard Raya's podcast today. That's totally fine. Whatever you're grateful for, one thing, just say it right now, feel it with all your might. And then, like I said, I challenge you every day for the next 30 days, write down, type out 5 things you're grateful for. I promise you will see a shift. So good luck. Happy being grateful.
Thank you so much for tuning into City Girl Savings today. I hope you feel empowered and inspired to master your money as you make your way to your dream life. Make sure you subscribe so you're the first to know when a new episode comes out. I truly value your thoughts and feedback, so please leave a review and let me know how this podcast has impacted you. Can't wait to chat soon and make it a great day.